Wednesday is Stats Day. Every second Wednesday is Stats Day. The other second Wednesday is Panic Index. So for stats today, I went with team, player, and rookie. Goaltender's not up here. And this is the second to last in the series. The last one I'm thinking of postponing until after the season's officially done. So one before the playoffs start, after the regular season's done, look at where everybody ended up. Team stats first. Power plays. Edmonton has an insane 29.6% power play. I didn't think they'd be able to maintain almost 30% on the power play all season, but here we are. We're 3 weeks and a bit away from the end of the season, and they're still there. Boston 25.2%, Vancouver 24.1%. So Vancouver's power play, which has frustrated me at times, the overall numbers tell you it's excellent. What that tells me is that even though there is some overpassing, the first units had its trouble with shooting rather than passing. The talent is just so strong on the Canucks in general right now. It really feels different. I know there's been comparisons between this team and the one that last made the playoffs in 2015. 2015 didn't feel sustainable. This does. 2015 felt like a bounce after the Tortorella season. This doesn't feel like that at all. This feels like a general gradual build into something important. Penalty kill numbers, San Jose has maintained their number, 86.4% overall. Edmonton's at 84.4%, and Boston's at 84.2%. So Boston and Edmonton, both with excellent special teams, which means they meet in the playoffs. They met in the playoffs twice in the 80s. Well, 88 and 90, so 80s and then start the 90s. It didn't go so well for Boston, so we'll see if that's their Stanley Cup final this year, right? Special teams would tell you that's kind of where it's leading. Shots against, most. I went with teams with the most shots against. The Chicago Blackhawks are allowing 35.1. The Rangers are allowing 34.1. And the Ottawa Senators are allowing 33.5. None of those teams right now in the top 8 in playoffs. The Rangers, however, have an excellent chance still of getting in. We'll see. But yeah, so shots against. Shots for, and again, we're going with most. Vegas, 34.5 shots for per game. They lead the league. Montreal's at 34.1. Carolina's at 33.3. And at the very bottom of the league in shots for per game is Detroit with 27.1 shots per game. So, and the Islanders, I think, had 29.6, 29.8. They're towards the bottom. I had to look at them because last night's game in Vancouver, of course, they got 49. And I thought, wow, they must have gone up. Their average will have gone up. Not a ton, though. We're so far into the season that one game shouldn't affect it that much. Goals for, and I just went with just straight goals for. Tampa has 243, Toronto 237, and Washington 236. These three teams all go into the playoffs in all likelihood. I know Toronto fans may get nervous that Florida may knock them out of that spot. I know there's some expecting Toronto to go into some other kind of nosedive. I don't expect that. I think Toronto should end up finishing third. Tampa should be second. Boston should be first. And then the playoffs are a lot more fun. For me as a Boston fan, I don't want to see Toronto again. I don't. I don't. I want to see somebody else in the first round, somebody that the Bruins haven't played in a while. So that would be nice. Goals against, Boston leads the league there with 167 against. So they've allowed the fewest. Dallas 174. Arizona and Columbus have both allowed 183. So the Jennings Trophy should belong to the Bruins or the Stars, but these things tend to change towards the end of the year. Boston was really close last year, and then they fell off, so I'm not planning on seeing them hoist that. It's just if they win the Jennings and the President's Trophy, well, they're not getting out of the first round. Regulation wins. This is your first tiebreaker for teams making or not making the playoffs. Boston has 38 to lead the league. Colorado has 37, and Tampa has 35. So I look at the board over there, and yep, these are teams that are higher up on the power rankings in general. And so, Boston with 38. Scoring. Overall scoring in the NHL, Leon Draisaitl, 43 goals, 67 assists, 110 points. Yeah, the Art Ross is his. McDavid, 33 goals, 63 assists, 96 points. Pastrnak, 48 goals, 47 assists for 95 points. Panarin, 32 goals, 62 assists, 94 points. And McKinnon, who of course is injured right now, 35 goals, 58 assists, 93 points. Please let him get to 100. Be nice to see him hit 100 points this year. Goals, so your right race for the Rocket Richard, I think it's between these four. Ovechkin 48, Pastrnak 48, Matthews 47, Draisaitl 43. The odds of anybody outside of those top four getting it, very, very remote. Penalty minutes leader, Evander Kane still leads the league with 120. He's been leading the league most of the season. Brendan Lemieux in New York, 109. Brady Tkachuk, 106 in Ottawa. And Brendan Dillon, 104. So apparently if your name's Brendan or Brady, then you might have a temper. And it's weird, isn't it? Dillon with 104. Been a nice addition for the Capitals down the stretch here. Power play goals. Yeah, Pastrnak leads there with 20. Draisaitl 16. And Zibanejad 15. Zibanejad at 15 is ridiculous. Zibanejad, of course, with 40 goals. There's Rangers fans who are going to say, hey, he's got a shot at the Rocket. He's been playing very well. I would hold off on Rocket talk, but I would understand why Rangers fans are excited about his play and what he could potentially do for the rest of the season in the last, 13, 14 games they have left. Rookie scoring. Quinn Hughes leads the rookies in scoring, 8 goals, 45 assists, 53 points. So the fight between him and Cale Makar, it may be one of those things where at the end of the year the votes don't go towards Makar, and if he'd played the games, like all 82 games, Makar may very well have run away with this, but injuries have slowed him down. 12 goals, 35 assists, 47 points. He's been out for a bit again, and I think that slowed down his offense between the first injury and the second injury, the games he played in between. I don't know. He was still really good, but not as dominant as he was early in the year. Kubalik, 29 goals, 16 assists, 45 points, and Olofsson, 20 goals, 22 assists, 42 points. Both very solid rookie seasons for forwards, and we'll see next year if they go higher up in their scoring or if this is who they are and the potential for more is limited. Rookie goals, Kubalik with 29, Olofsson with 20, and Gurianov also with 20. So Gurianov in Dallas has been one of the few who's been putting the puck in the net, but they're not putting the puck in the net with a lot of regularity, which is why even though they've allowed the second fewest goals against in the NHL, they're also a team that struggles to score. And it's interesting because when you look at the goals against, Boston, they do score goals, so Boston doesn't have that problem. But Dallas, Arizona, and Columbus have all at times this year, whether through injury or through the system they play, they've all struggled with scoring goals. So it's interesting to note that the teams that allow the least may be the ones that score the least as well in many cases. Rookie goaltenders, Mackenzie Blackwood is the talk of Devils fans and should be as well. 22, 14, and 8 with a .915 save percentage. Samsonov in Washington, 16, 6, and 2 with a .913 save percentage. Merzlikins in Columbus, 13, 9, and 8 with a .923 save percentage. Thatcher Demko, who was fantastic last night, but his overall numbers have been middling. 13, 10, and 2 with a .905 save percentage. And of course, Igor Shesterkin, who is the talk of Rangers fans, other than Zibanejad, of course, and maybe Panarin. There's a lot of exciting reasons to watch the Rangers right now. Shesterkin's 10 and 2 with a .932 save percentage. So there you go. You guys are all caught up on the statistical leaders of the National Hockey League and all that other fun stuff. And so who's going to win the scoring title? Yeah, Draisaitl, right? Goals, though. Who's going to win that one? Who's going to win the Rocket? Is it going to be Ovechkin? Is it going to be Pastrnak? Could Matthews come out and get it? Matthews is only one goal behind. And Draisaitl with 43. Does he have another run in him that gets him, 10 goals in 5 games, and then he runs up the score and he becomes the number one guy on this list? And if Draisaitl gets back-to-back years of 50 goals, where does he stand in terms of goal scorers, say, over the last 20 years? Do we start talking about him as one of the greats, or will McDavid always be part of that conversation as well? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for all your support and for watching. I will talk to you again soon.